All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their not reflect the opinions of Upscale Up for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Hello, everyone. This is yours truly, Dr. Fabulous, the founder and CEO of Upscale Love for
All
You.
opinions expressed by the program
for taking the
participants are
time
solely
out
their.
to join us on Tantalizing Talk Thursday.
So you guys
The
know how it is when you
conversations
buy.
are always hot and exciting. So stay tuned and get ready because we are going to have an absolute fabulous good time. And guess what, y'all? Smooches. Mwah.
Hey, it's your girl, Special K. Welcome to Upscale Love for You. A big thank you to each and every one of you for joining into tonight's show. You're guaranteed to have a great time with our hot topic and tantalizing talk.
Welcome each and everyone to the episode of Upscale Love. I'm your boy Action J, where we discuss all the juicy, sizzling, hot topics. I guarantee tonight's show is going to be very, very hot and exciting. So I want to sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the show.
This is yours truly, Lady T, coming live from the 305. Come join us on Thursday night for Tantalizing Talk at 8:30. It will be hot, hot, hot.
Greetings. This is Dr. Feelgood, the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, moguls of bold voice. Coming to you live from the 571, where we get things done and we're having fun. Welcome to the show. You're going to have a good time because we keep it right and we keep it tight. All I like to say is never make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.
All right. And like we said, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am yours truly, Dr. Fabulous. And tonight, just to let you all know, this topic of conversation may be just a little risque, not rated XXXXX, but it is going to be sizzling hot. So with that being said, if your ears are just a little sensitive or your eyes or your tongue, whatever it is, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So if you don't know, Upscale Love for You is like what it says. It's here for you. And so without further ado, I'm going to slide it right on over to you, Lady T.
Welcome, everyone. I'm on fire tonight. I hope you have a good conversation for me because taboo, that's my topic. My question tonight is, what are your, taboos in a relationship? Like, what really get you going? What about you, Anson? You're on mute.
Well, hello everyone. Mine is real simple. My taboo is desire. You gotta want me. That's my turn on. If you don't want me, I don't want you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna jump in right here. That was really good, Anson. But it wasn't for Lady T to bring it on and start with her questioning. I was just letting her say welcome to everyone this evening because our first person that's going to bring it all the way live is the one and only distinguished brother. But before he gets ready, because our topic, I don't even know if everybody know what the topic is tonight. But let me just tell you, I always want everybody to know what we're talking about so we can get in it, get on it, and enjoy it. So tonight we're talking about this wonderful love, sex, romance, and the taboos in relationship. And I was trying to break that down. I said, well, I know everybody know what sex means. Everybody knows about love. Everybody knows about romance and possibly know how to get it going. But I was a little offset with the taboo thing. And I was like, taboo, let me just Google it and see what the definition of it is. It says a social or religious custom pro- prohibiting or forbidding discussion of a particular practice or forbidding association with a particular person, place, or thing. Many taboos are developed around physical exposure. And I was like, I'm still not getting it. And I was like, I want the hardcore definition of taboo. And then it says it is prohibited or restricted by social custom and all the sexual exploitations that you really want to do, but you're afraid of saying it. It says, place under prohibition and traditionally with females holding back all of their desires to really get hot. So I was like, okay, now why it just has to be female? Y'all know I always have to say it's not a female or male kind of thing, but it's a love thing. So when I looked up taboo, it gave me all of that, but it pointed the fingers at the females. So ladies, tonight we got to really bring it and express ourselves. Because if you have some desires or taboos that you really want to express, Upscale Love is the place for you to set it off, set it on fire, and bring it on. And before we go further ado, this weekend we're representing, and I would like to say from Upscale Love for you, congratulations. We appreciate all of the veterans across the continental United States. And for the veterans that's over there fighting a war of nonsense, I'm not going to say that, but everyone that is a veteran, I congratulate you. I salute you for all your endeavors. And I see we have one on the board, Douglas and Dr. Feelgood. I know that he's a veteran, but I would like to say thank you for the service well done. And if I don't know that you're a serviceman or servicewoman, I still thank you for everything you've done for the US of A. So without all of the its and the that's and the do's, I'm gonna now take it over to Distinguished Brother. Distinguished Brother, are you ready?
Good evening, everyone. Distinguished Brother coming at you from the GA. Since the topic for tonight involves taboo sex, I was going to approach this from the standpoint of why is sex used as a weapon in relationships? But again, after listening to the example that Dr. Fabulous gave and the definition, looking it up and all that, another question comes to mind also. Why is a taboo sex act oral sex? Why is that such a problem for people? Why is it such a problem to both give and receive? My understanding is that's one of the most intimate things that you can do with your partner. And if that is the case, why do people look at it as something that is just so hush hush, so we can't talk about it? So, well, I just do it just on special occasions, or I do it just to be doing it, and you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. Who wants to tackle that particular part of taboo sex? We can always go back to why is it used as a weapon instead of being used as the fun, intimate thing that it is supposed to be. But are there any thoughts on why oral sex is so difficult in this country or such a taboo subject in this country?
That's not a taboo.
Oh, trust me. Yes, it is. When you bring that up to certain people, they run. And especially, and I know this is going to hit Dr. Fabulous a little hard.
Now, why you saying Dr. Fabulous now? It's not going to hit Dr.
I know this
Fabulous.
is going to
I'm just
hit
going to
Dr.
let you
Fabulous a
have it
little
where you need to
hard.
get it.
But when I did the research, it was showing that women were having a more difficult time than men and is only used for special occasions. I don't understand why.
Okay, I want to say that's that's a generation thing because sloppy toppy, that's what it's called nowadays. It seems like a
Wait,
lot of
wait,
people.
Sandy, I got to get up with the verbiage. What is it
Okay,
called?
but hold on, why you gonna cut the lady off? She
I'm
was
sorry,
just
but
trying
I
to
need to
give
know the
her
term so I can use
explanation.
it right.
Lady T, just calm yourself, okay? Just calm yourself.
It's called
Let Miss
sloppy
Cassandra do her
toppy.
thing, and she'll come back.
Yes,
So we're not
it's
using the raise your hand feature this evening?
Well,
Thank
yeah,
you,
we
Douglas.
are, but I'm
Thank
trying to
you.
be
Right there
gentlemanly
with
here. I'm
you.
trying to be gentlemanly here, Douglas, for right now. We're gonna come to you. We're gonna
So,
come to
Go
you.
ahead.
raise your hand.
Go ahead, Sandy.
We're gonna let Sandy do her thing, and then we're gonna go to Douglas.
so the newer generation calls it sloppy toppy. And a lot of it's very popular. So in regards to your research, it could be of an older generation. But if you, I guess, were to engage in the sexual encounters with a younger generation, it's more acceptable because it's no penetration, vaginal. So they will regard that as, I guess, a freelance, but you got to very be careful because, there are, some men who have generated throat cancer
Ooh,
because they've gotten the HPV virus in their mouth, in their tongue, and it goes into cancer. So you guys really want to be careful about the whole oral sex thing. Because that same sperm that he may ejaculate in her mouth, and although she may spit it out, some may get digested that it may have HPV, which we all know if we get that in our vaginal area, it can lead to cancer if untreated. So, I really hate to be the Debbie Downer. You really got to
that's right.
pick.
That's right, Sandy. Don't be the Debbie Downer now. Come on,
No,
girl.
no, like you know what? Like a good oral sex, considering that that I'm an overthinker. So sometimes my mind just stops me from
Okay, well,
doing
stop
certain
it.
things.
We're not going there tonight. Just stop it. Just enjoy it. Learn to live with it. Just lay there and take it. Let that tongue fu master use his
But
tongue
Kung
fu.
Fu Master,
Kung
and there's
Fu.
nothing wrong with oral sex. There's nothing wrong with it, and if it tastes good, taste it and
Have a good time.
have a good time,
Douglas?
but be
Douglas?
safe.
Okay.
Okay, well, the what you call it, sloppy toppy is just when he ejaculates in the mouth. That's what a sloppy toppy. But oral sex been there for a while. The reason it's taboo is due to religious reasons, where it was stated that sexual intercourse was basically for procreation. So oral sex doesn't lead to is not procreation. So that's one reason the older group generation who are more religious shy away from it. But current today's society is going to hell in a handbasket with all the new everything. So that's why it's taboo, along with premarital sex and extramarital sex. So it can happen. Today's generation is all about what feels good to me, and it's all about me and stuff. So what gives me pleasure. And women are held to higher standards based on old school thinking, because y'all are the fragile creatures, and we used to hold y'all in high esteem. So there we
You
have it.
you said used to. You said used to.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
of y'all
I
are just
heard
straight hoes
that.
out there. So
You said what? Explain that.
some women out here are just straight hoes and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And
Well, he ain't lying.
Why,
He ain't lying.
wait, why can't he just say people? People, not
Because
women.
Because today, I
it's for
mean,
female.
it's still a double standard where women can't do what men do. If a man goes to sleep with several women, you know, he's a man's man. If a woman
Now he a
does the
man
same
hoe.
thing, she's
That's
looked
what it
down
is.
upon.
Distinguished gentleman said it. He said it.
He's a man hoe. I agree.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
it is. So
Right.
Douglas,
That's
don't try to make it look good for the men now, because you
no,
are
no.
what
I'm
you
saying
are.
that's the modern push now is that women call, oh, he's just a man hoe. You know, hey, I'm a hoe. You know, I'm a hoe. How do you know? Because I told you so. But
You know what?
it's not. But it's still not the same thing as a woman. You know, and that leads to body count, but we'll leave that for another time and stuff. Double standard.
Now, okay.
It's
Now I'm gonna be
generation.
nice. I'm gonna be nice. Lady T, I can see her just sitting over there, just on pins and needles, just waiting. Look at her, just waiting. Go ahead, Lady T. What you gotta say? Unmute yourself first. What you gotta say?
I mean, I don't think oral sex is a taboo. I think it's a norm. It's a form
Yo,
of, foreplay. Taboo would be more so in a relationship as same sex, having more than one person sexually in your relationship. The age gap, I'm definitely a taboo.
why would age gap be a taboo? Why would age gap be a taboo?
There's
Because
not. Back in the day it was, but not today. Poly is so up and rising right now. This same sex relationships is so up and rising right now.
Yeah, but it's still a taboo because when you look at the biblical side and society, they feel like man and woman, not same sex. So,
Where are you getting the statistics like LGBTQ whatever RL?
that's the norm now.
That is a norm. So that is a norm. Like,
But
God
society
forbid
still doesn't accept it. Society
God forbid if we try to push heterosexual relationships or heterosexual encounters, it's not as popular as it was back when I was coming up.
Oh, now see, y'all just talking, y'all not looking at my hand. So that means that Dr. Fabulous getting ready to jump right on in here. Now, you know what? See, you all said a mouthful, because you know what? It's so funny. As an educator, you see this, and the little girls, it's not the girls and the boys anymore. You know, we used to have a problem thinking that the little boys was gonna put their hand down and the little girl was gonna sit on their hand. Child, now it's the girls on the girls on the, and I say, Lord Jesus, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was really thinking. I was like, these are children. They ain't even had no good stuff yet. How they gonna determine that this is what they want? And I just look at them and I get so excited when I see a little boy trying to get fresh with a little girl, because that's excitement. Because all you see now out of girls on the girls, and you don't have a lot of boys, of course, in middle school showing their femininity side, but you have the little girls that's so in love with one another. And I say to myself, oh my goodness, how y'all in love with one another and y'all ain't even had no good?
Because it's being shoved down their throat. They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. And
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
what I
supposed to be
said.
the thing now that makes them happy. Mr.
And
Galaxy A715G, you've been irritating over there. So what's going on, brother? What you got to say?
that is not Galaxy A71C.
That's what's on
That
his
is
screen.
Little Bo Peep. You better
I
come
didn't know
on and
that.
let Little Bo
Look,
Peep
what
speak.
the man got on this. What the man got on his screen. I don't know who that is.
Lil Bo Peep, come on, man. Come on and bring it to us, Lil Bo Peep.
Well,
Did
first
we
of all,
scare them all?
can you hear me?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you,
hear
Lil
you now.
Bo. I can't see you, but I can hear you. Why we can't see you and hear you?
I don't
There
know
you
what.
go.
there you go.
You can
There
hear me
you
and
go.
see me.
I
Yeah.
can hear you
Yeah,
and see you now.
my name ain't Galaxy. My name is Lil Bo Peep. Let's get that.
Okay. I just didn't see that on the screen. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm going by what's on the screen.
Well, you
Hey,
asked a
bro, you
question.
need to update your name because you
Well, I
Galaxy
will update my name, but of course that ain't my name. So moving right along, but Lil Bo Peter's the name. First of all,
Okay.
thank you for having me on the show tonight. I really appreciate it. It's a blessing to be a blessing. So let me jump right into it. There's a lot of wrong in the world that the world calls right. So with the taboo thing, I think it goes back way beyond, because even back during the slavery, men were forced to be with men, slave owners slept with men to degrade them in front of their families. So a lot of those things, just from far back in the day, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, were taking place, and it was shameful. So in the era we live in today, it's not shameful for oral sex. Is not a shameful thing. I mean, like you say, the young generation, they don't care what they do, they don't care what they say. I was at a football game a few weeks ago, and I've seen so many young girls holding hands that it was ridiculous.
Right.
But I stand true to my faith. You know, even though today, you know, I got on this shirt, right? This rainbow shirt, they say that mean them alphabets, right? Then I said,
We got you.
I bought the shirt because it matched my outfit right from the Nautica store.
There you go. Ain't got nothing to do with the rest of that.
It ain't got nothing to do with that. However, when people saw it, when the kids say, hey, you got on the shirt representing them. Well, me, I love everybody, but I stand true to my Christian worldview, is that, hey, I believe that a man and a woman should be together. That's just what I believe. And because I stand on my faith at all times, no matter who I'm around. I stand on my faith, but I don't agree with it. And just because I disagree doesn't mean I hate. I love everybody. So if this shirt represents them, this rainbow may represent them, but this heart represents God, and this man represents God. You know what I'm saying? I believe a man and a
Well,
woman.
on, Lil Bo Peep. I'm gonna follow your smoke, Lil Bo Peep. That's right.
And that's another issue.
All right.
That's another issue that we haven't, people of faith hadn't stood on, because the rainbow represented God's love after the flood.
God's promise.
But
Well,
now,
you better go on and preach, Douglas, so we can take up an offering. I like to count the money.
But they took
current
it. They took it.
Yeah. So now, if you wear something colorful like that, either a member or a supporter or something along that line.
I just like rainbows.
That came up to you, stated. But yeah, it's you love the person, hate the sin.
Okay. I've
But
heard
that ain't
that
the only.
before.
But that ain't the only sin to hate. There's a lot of sin to hate. Sometimes we get fixated on one sin, and it's a whole lot of sin because God Himself hates sin. So, but we sometimes get fixated on that one sin of sex or who a person chooses to be with. Like we just gotta love people through their sin, like God loves us through our sins, because
Exactly.
we all have.
Right. I mean,
like I stated before. Some people try to elevate one tendency over another.
Yeah, y'all talking over each other.
Because he does that on purpose.
Well, no, because I was talking and you decided to interject. But yeah, premarital sex, extramarital sex, same sex, all sin.
So as I said, my point was, he was saying Douglas,
all of those are sins. You don't stop.
Yeah, that's what, you know what I want to spray on you. Yes, a sin is a sin, and so what we try to do is not all Christians, but a sin is a sin, and one sin does not trump another sin. So whether it's
the Bible.
Okay, but let's not get off topic. Let's not go down that road. Dr. Fabulous, who was next up?
Well,
I never finished all my taboos.
Okay, well, finish your taboo. I'm sorry,
dear.
I apologize. My apologies.
Thank you,
go ahead and finish.
Thank you. And one of the other few ones are third marriages. So people who are marrying two other people at the same time. So,
Poly.
huh?
Is it poly? Poly. Poly.
No, they call it third in the marriage. That's
At
what
the
they
same
call it.
time.
The polyamorous thing, is that what you're speaking of? Are these people really truly trying to be married legally?
Legally, no one can marry multiple people at the same time. So that's legally impossible. So they have to have married to one person ceremonies.
Africans and Muslims can.
Up to 4 wives.
Recognized in the United States as marriage.
Yeah,
that's
a
all.
Western
Isn't the West in the East?
Yeah,
it's normal.
Yes,
in the Middle East.
In the
it's
Middle
a Western idea that it's a marriage is a one man and one woman. So it's illegal, you know, in the United States.
But that's a taboo.
Unless you're in Utah. But
it's only illegal for tax purposes.
Cameron.
If you go in the, on the other parts of the world, I mean, they do
So
that.
you
And that's
probably are
considered
you
normal.
probably Cameron? Is that what you are? Because you sound really confident on how you speak. Is that what your life?
I would definitely have. I understand male nature, and I understand how.
Yes or no?
Sandy, let him speak, please. Thank you.
it's also taboo
Cameron.
for a woman to interrupt a man.
Douglas,
I just wanted to answer the question. I asked him, is he? He didn't say yes or no.
We couldn't.
I would be. Yeah, I would be open on my end, and she would be closed on her end. Yes.
Okay, so that's all I asked. So before y'all come defending him, mommy and daddy, I was just asking this grown man a question.
Okay, last two is loving your second cousin and loving your professor. So those are the types of different taboos.
Can you what are you talking about, professor?
Like if a teacher wants to be in a relationship with their students. That's
remember Jaleesa and Hellman?
Both male and female professors. Correct?
Well, it
she's talking
depends
about
on
just
the age.
basically if a teacher and a student start banging it out, that's not right.
Right, but it's most definitely if the teacher is a male.
It doesn't matter, male or
female. But more and more, it's the playing field is getting level when they arrest and prosecute female teachers for doing that to
male
students.
Okay, you just absolutely correct.
So, Dr. Fabulous, who's next up, or do we continue?
Well, you know what? Listen, this is so good. We gonna sizzling right into an open forum because my special K is running a little behind schedule, but I do see that the Zoom user. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Douglas.
She doesn't have a little behind. It's big.
Oh, okay, Douglas.
I don't even know why you
listen.
Move on.
I don't understand why you
one day.
One
day, God is gonna bless that old Christian Douglas with a omen, and oh man. So, cause Douglas, he can come up with something, you all, that will always make you shake and flake. Okay,
is that right?
This is what it is. So, Douglas, listen. Since you're so deep into the taboos, and I'm gonna put this question out here for all the men, and I'm not going next. I'm actually gonna turn this over, distinguished brother, because I'm gonna follow directions tonight. I'm not gonna be out there and just showing all out. I'm gonna be real nice, because we got some new people on here. Your mama say you better act
They got
right.
to do with the price of tea in China. When are you and I ever nice like that? New people, old people, let's just be us.
Listen, distinguished brother. You know what? they want me to show out with our new guest, but I'm gonna be nice, distinguished brother. I'm not gonna show out tonight because little Bo Peep done told me to hide my sheep and I'm gonna be all right. I got that, didn't I do that? I did that. But anyway, now listen, everybody know there's nothing like some good old good love. That's all I'm gonna say, some good love. But when you throw your little taboos in there, whether it's a threesome or foursome, a whole complex of things, when we look at the word taboo, and I'm going back there because for that religious Douglas man, with when it comes to religion and taboos, it is because of the word of God that we don't do certain things, and we don't do it because our minds say let's not do it. But then when you off and tucked away and you on this little trip and don't nobody know you and you don't know them, sometimes, just sometimes, Douglas, you let your freaky side out. So tonight I'm gonna ask Douglas and all the other little fellas on here, the young men, about their freaky sides and their taboos. So, Douglas, what is one of your taboos that I know Sandy is gonna eat you up and spit you out about? So, Douglas, what is that favorite taboo that's going on in your mind? I see you sitting over there thinking, like, dang, should I say it or should I keep my deacon face on? I know that's what he's saying.
What
Mhm.
No, I was
Sandy
going to
does
say,
is like clean them up and
he's going
spit
to
them out. Why I gotta do that?
I know you got him, Sandy. I just like for you to be
Just,
sitting on
Sandy,
ice
just
waiting for
chill.
him.
Just
Oh,
chill,
I was just
Sandy.
going
We're
to
gonna
ask,
see
did
what
you go
happens.
on a trip where nobody knew who you were? So what are you saying?
No, honey, I'm always known because I'm famous. I'm Dr. Fabulous. Hold that thought. Somebody take over for me. I got a phone call, got to catch
Okay,
Okay,
well,
so let's do
no,
it
no
this way.
taboos over here that I participate in.
All right, let's do it this way. Since the question is, what is your taboo and what do you like? Let's just look at it from this standpoint. Everybody on here is an adult. Everybody on here has some favorite thing that they like or don't like.
Facts.
So, is there anyone, since she started with the fellas, are there any fellas on here that have something in particular that you may like, but just with, let's say, one person? Or is there something you like that you just think is only specially for you?
But I was going to say, isn't it a taboo that's something you believe in that you don't engage in? So
Not
to me,
necessarily. No, taboo
if
is
you
something that
engage in
you
it,
do that maybe is not what you
Listen,
think is
what
the
is
norm.
taboo mean?
May not be popular.
Yeah,
that's
it
I
may
was
not be
going to
popular,
say
it may not be
that
the norm, but it's not something that you don't do.
if you it could be a taboo to other people, but to me, if you engage in it, to me, a taboo is something that's off limits. So if you engage in it, you are in limits. Therefore, to me, it's not a taboo to you if you do.
Technically, the taboo comes in when it's a societal thing, not an actual you thing. The way you're thinking about it is a you thing. What I'm saying is there may be something, say, for instance, in general, you like, for argument's sake, let's say you like being kissed on the neck. If this was a society where kissing on the neck was considered something you don't do, then that's still considered a taboo. For example, I went on a trip a couple of years ago, and there was a man and a woman waiting at the airport, waiting to get on the plane, lip locked for at least 10 or 15 minutes. A lot of people were disgusted by that because they felt it was taboo for you to have that kind of affection shown in public.
Okay, I want to
So
say
that was
this. In Google, it says taboo is something that is not acceptable to to say, to mention, or to do.
in
Something
society.
in society, taboo. But you're speaking in 2023. We have people changing genders. We have people doing poly. We have people doing so to have this question be asked on November 9th, 2023, I don't think there's anything that's taboo anymore. Period.
I kind of disagree with that simply because even though a lot more people are doing it, it's still not wholly acceptable to do
Acceptable
certain
where? In the
practices.
government? Because in the government,
No, in
if you go
society as
against
general,
if you
because
go
there are
against the
still people.
LGBT, if
It's not
you go
acceptable
against
in
the
faith.
LGBTQ community, you are going to lose your business. Period. You are not going to survive. So
But you
my
what
thing
again?
is, if you go against the LGBTQ community, you are not going to survive as a business, as anything else. So I don't understand
Correct.
what
Correct.
taboo, like, what does that mean?
So I think it's like in the world we live in the society we live in today, like almost anything goes, right? Just the world
Exactly.
that we live in. So like you hear things like that's not surprising. That's not surprising, no matter what somebody says, because people just live
Ah,
people just
People
live
just live their
in
truths now.
people just live in a manner in which they want. Like you say, like you go into certain communities. I remember a few years ago, I guess it was like a couple that wanted this lady to do their wedding cake, and she refused to do their wedding cake, and they sued them, and it went like to the Supreme Court about this. Like this was crazy about all about a wedding cake. So it's like you what I think what the brother is saying is about the taboo is just from what's holy and acceptable from a Christian
But
worldview.
even holy, if you want to even do the holy, you take these churches and these preachers that are the leaders of these churches, their record is not squeaky clean at all.
Well,
So
nobody record squeaky clean, whether you're a
exactly.
preacher
So
or you
this
sit in
is
there
with the
because
taboo
Jesus
stuff.
I can't
There's nothing taboo anymore.
is people like to talk about preachers, right? And you know, the people in the pool in the church is a hospital, even from the preachers. Now that's what Jesus said. That's what Jesus said. I came not to call the righteous to repentance, but sinners. And we
I
all
done told you better preach, little Bo Peep.
when we
I
point
told you
fingers,
now.
we got to be careful to point those things. Like we like to call out and single out things, talk about preachers or whatever, but the congregation is worse than the preachers. So back to the point. The point is what's holy and acceptable is unacceptable in God's eyes. Like even
but God is a forgiving God. So how do
if you had a
try
three-way,
that again?
if you had a three-way, right? You would be looked at as you would get a scarlet letter.
No,
Now,
but you don't.
but in today's society, you get a hand clap if you do it.
Exactly.
That's the difference. That was taboo.
Exactly.
Like the generations and the times have changed. So certain things, because it's societally acceptable, but it's not wholly acceptable.
Okay, so even the holy. Let me tell you something. I don't want to make this on a godly kind of thing because we all believe in, and if people tune in, they not believe. But I do want to say this. But I do want to say this. I do want to say this. I do commend everybody for living their truth because a long time people were not living their truth. So they were living on the DL down low, and you have men marrying women knowing that they're not attracted to women. So you are in this full-fledged relationship with this woman or marriage with this woman, but you don't like women. And I just love that live your truth so everybody can decide whether or not they want to deal with you. I don't know what's godly and now everything like that. I know the Bible says one thing, but I know the Bible has been heavily manipulated over the years. Nat Turner, I'm gonna leave that there. So I'm just going to say God speaks with us, and God is a forgiving God. I'm not here to judge anyone about your truth and who you need to be. I just tell you to just live your truth and let people decide whether or not they can rock with your truth. If they cannot rock with your truth, you need to disconnect. That's all I can say.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Angelica, you got your hand up. Angelica, come on. I'm listening, girl. Angelica, you didn't trick me.
No, I'm here. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, so about taboo like that's such a thing.
We can barely hear you.
Hold on one second, Angelica. Come, Angelica, come closer to the
Can y'all
mic.
hear me now?
Come up a little bit. Come up a little bit so we can hear you.
I can't hear y'all. Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
I can, right, I don't know what.
Breaking up. She must be mobile.
You need to pull over
Car.
so you can have a conversation.
Angelica, you on mute.
You're on mute, Angelica. Unmute
I'm gonna come
yourself.
back because I can't hear y'all.
Okay.
Dial back in, Angelica. Don't you go and not come back.
You was on mute. We could hear you.
I can't hear y'all. I'm coming right back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, I want to say something to my Andreen. Andreen, can you hear me? You know I got to call on Andreen. Andreen, I know you hear me. Did Andreen leave? She must not be available. Okay.
Yes, she's there.
Oh,
Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry.
Okay. Angelica back. Andreen, hold your thoughts. Come on, Angelica.
Okay, I was just saying, first off, thank y'all for letting me join. I don't really think that taboos are really a thing anymore. It's more of a conversation like, hey, what have you done? What are you willing to experience? Are you willing to try new things? It's really nothing off the table when it comes to the new generation anymore. Nobody cares about, sorry to say it, nobody really cares about STDs and stuff like that. That's why the death rates are so high, because people are trying everything with anybody. And so it's really all a conversation. Sometimes it's had before they have sex, and sometimes it's had afterwards. And it's people everywhere doing everything. And when people bring God into the situation, I feel like no sin is bigger than the other at the end of the day. So you might say, oh, you're going to hell because you believe in polygamy, or you're going to hell because you're sleeping around, but you're going to hell just because you cursed, or you're going to hell just because you lied. Those are all the same sins. So I can't really agree with that part of that either.
You better preach, Angelica. Boy, we need a collection plate tonight. Come on now, Andreen.
Yeah, I'm gonna start collecting people tithes on here. Y'all just don't know it yet. I'm just teasing y'all. I'm teasing you. But anyway, all jokes aside, yes, you are right, because sin is sin regardless of what it is. But as you say, and I'm gonna ask Andreen this same thing, because I believe she's an educator as well. And I see so many things, and this is where I'm going to go over to Douglas, because we have not said anything. We hold our peace because we can't say anything, because if we do, that certification can be taken or stripping. If you say the least little thing, man, you would not believe what you have to go through as an educator if you say something to these children about their sexual preference. I mean, you can't say a word. All you do is go to school, teach, and close your eyes, because you don't want to see all of this other stuff going on, because you're so afraid that you're going to be reprimanded about something pertaining to a child. So, Andreen, I don't know how it is there, but tell me, share your thoughts with me when it comes to these different things, because as they say, we got Solomon and Gomorrah going on everywhere, on every corner, and you really can't say anything. And I love my Barack Obama. I ain't gonna even get on here and start talking about who I voted for, this and that and the other. But I have a girlfriend and I love her to death. She's like my baby sister, and she always tell me, you voted for that man and he's the reason why, because she was definitely a Trump supporter, y'all, but God bless her soul. She said, you voted for that and he's the reason why the world is the way it is, because he allowed the people to be able to marry one another. And she really put me in my place, and I thought about some things that she was saying. But you know what? we as individuals, guess what, you all? We hold our mouths shut because we don't want anything to tarnish our reputation. And sometimes we just ride the wave. So, Andrine, it's on you now. I said my little piece, my little spiel.
I think you are absolutely correct. I feel like, but I'm not sure if there's such a thing as taboo anymore. I feel like part of the issue is society has changed so much. And even you can definitely see with the younger children, they're so much more aware of things in their surrounding and sexual things. I'm always thinking to myself, they tell me stuff I had no idea about at their middle school age. So that just might be a function of the society we're living in with the internet and information being so open and having all different types of lifestyles and different types of family composition makes it where it's almost like I feel like it's a live and let live type of society. So they're not necessarily anything that's taboo. You have to deal with however you feel and perceive something. But at the end of the day, I'm one of those like let them live because I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer to this. And I don't necessarily always want to look at things from a biblical perspective because I feel like these things didn't just exist. They've probably always been around, but they were more hidden in the shadows. And now
Mhm.
we are just more open and free and expressive to have people live in whatever their truth is.
Right.
So we just have to, as people, I guess I'm like I said, it's and you're right, it's things you learn and hear. Like I try to release and not want to judge because I feel like I'm always learning and growing, but I don't know. I think taboos are becoming a thing where is there such a thing? And I'm
Mhm.
thinking it's more like what everybody feels is acceptable to them and they're okay with per se versus it being like a true taboo situation because I don't know. I mean, what's good for you might not be good for me and might not be acceptable for me. So I think as educators, when you look at it that way, because I think where we get touchy is when we bring our judgments to it, where
Right,
the
because we
students might
can't
not have
judge
that.
as
Yeah. So
educators.
yeah, so it gets tricky, but I feel like I'm always learning and growing with them in that whole sense of sexuality and things kids know, period, and that they're exposed to. So this is interesting because I'll be listening and hearing about the different taboos that exist because I'm pretty sure I am not aware of a lot of them because I
Okay,
just think there's not such a thing.
I'm going to go back. Thank you so much, Andrine. I'm going to go back. I heard someone say that your business would falter if you did not include the LBG community, this and that and the other. And I always say to myself, and I know this is bad, God, and
Dr.
I want us,
Fabulous.
yes,
Before you go on to your next topic, I want to piggyback on what she was just saying. And then there
okay,
was no and I just want to interject right here. In that in this generation, it just seems like it's a free for all, right?
mm-hmm,
Um, and I want to piggyback on that because there's no judgment, because I'm not God, we're not God. And I want to play on this. And we're talking about what's taboo. We talk about the oral sex. That's how we open up the conversation and what's oral, this and that. And I feel like everybody,
that was something. What happened?
No, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Sandy.
okay, so the whole oral sex, and I feel like in just generation, that's not, it's a free for all. They, they do if they want to do it. Now, even in this day and age, um, and say that there's so many poly and bisexual and gay and heterosexual, you don't know who people are right now. Oh, if they don't disclose it, they're not proud about it. But as a heterosexual woman, I'm going to ask the heterosexual women in this panel and in this group, would you, if you were about to have sex and your man or the man you're about to have sex with, he wanted to be penetrated, he wanted pressure applied to his prostate. And those of you who don't understand what that is that you put probably a, pressure on the prostate, because a man tends to come harder when his prostate is pressured, whether penetrated or apply pressure with a finger or with a strap on. Would you be willing to do that?
So you're asking each one of us. I'm gonna start that panel off with Dr. Fabulous saying it's an absolute no for me, because you know what? In my subconscious mind, and as I say, I'm not gonna judge anyone, but like some women say they meet men and they say they used to be gay or they used to be bisexual, this and that and the other. It's always a no-go for me, because my mind, I always say a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And in my mind, I have that filtration system in the back of my mind thinking, is he thinking about Dr. Fabulous? Is he talking, or is he thinking about Mr. Fabulous? So that would never, I just couldn't get down with that. So I've said my piece. Any other woman would like to chime in, heterosexual woman, bisexual woman, whatever woman you are on here, if you would like to answer her question.
No.
Okay, Casey, you got your hand up, and I'm gonna come to you, Lil Bo P. But this is a woman, and I want her to answer Sandy's question. Come on, Casey.
Well, as a married woman, and I have been married 14 years, I have done some reading on different things because I want to be pleasing to my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And as she said before, now, toys, strap-ons, all that stuff, no. But a finger under the prostate and things like that, then yes, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that that would signify that they're gay or anything like that. But I have done readings of my own as to what stimulates a man, what causes them, to have stronger orgasms, all those different things. As a woman, I don't think that signifies that they're gay or anything, but you want to be pleasing to your partner. So certain things, yes, I would do, which I don't think would consider them to be gay, or you know what I mean, or places any other thoughts in my mind.
Okay, Casey, I understand. I hear you when you said that finger thing. Go on with your finger thing. But as far as putting on old plastic strap on,
Oh no, ma'am, we're doing all that.
Dr. Fabulous is a very pleasingly plump kind of girl. I don't even think they got a strap on that would fit Dr. Fabulous. So I ain't even talking about such as that. But what I will say is, if you have a particular thing that pleases your husband, but of course, keep him happy, honey. That is your job as his wife, to keep him happy. But as far as I'm going back to Sandy with the strap-on piece and all of that silicone and can't even get down with that. So no other woman jumped in or wanted to answer. So I'm gonna go on back over here to Lil Bo Pete and let him share some word with us.
Well, I had my hand raised before she asked that question to Dream, what Dream said. Dream, I loved your response. It was real chill and I loved it. But to the topic of, we keep going back to like with the world, this world we live in. So like as believers, and I'm a man of God. I turn up. I used to turn. I just really turned down recently when I made my mind up
You
to
used to
take this.
turn up. You used to turn up, Lil Bo P.
I used to go stupid. Hey, listen. I did Young
He
G.
looked like he was a ball of fun.
Listen, I still am about. I'm still walking the room and take it.
You know
All
what?
right now.
You used to be. You look like you was a ball of fun, but you're not anymore. And that's like the downfall of my generation, where you guys used to be fun, and now you old men judgmental, and it's
No.
really
See, you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. That's why you got two ears and one mouth. You like to talk and not listen. I wouldn't finish.
Wow.
I said I walk in the room and take it. Ain't nothing old man by me. I'm still him. I just operate differently, right? I just carry myself differently. I don't do strip clubs and anything anymore. I used to. I go in there and make it blizzard. You know, I don't spend so much.
Thunderstorm. Okay.
Money in strip clubs.
Whoa.
I was him. You know what I'm saying? My name was J Dot. J Dot for diverse because anywhere I go, I blend in. You know what I'm saying? So don't be misconstrued because I talk about God that I'm an old man. I take you from your man if I wanted to back in the day. I'm just cutting up. But no, for real though, check this out. Check this out. I'm just talking junk.
I hear you, Bo P. I hear you.
If your man on here, don't get upset. Don't try to fight me. You see me in the street. I have security with me. Don't do that.
All right, Salt and Pepper. I take your man. Go ahead, little Bo P.
Listen, I thought you were talking about the braid, the Salt and Pepper right here. You see me?
I see, Bo P. Got him twisted up. You dreading up on the chin. Okay.
So listen, in Romans 12, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So as a believer, I can't think like the world thinks, right? I always want to be in that place of what's good and what's acceptable and what's unacceptable. That's the way, as a man of God, I have to live my life, because the walk that I'm on, I now really try to not be in places that I shouldn't be, or a lot of places that I used to go. I try not to be around, and I try to watch my company. I try to watch that. That don't mean I don't like to have fun. I still like to laugh. I still talk trash. You see me in the street, I'm talking trash, but I bring people in with the personality. So like, we can't judge just because you have an opinion. It's not judging. For me, is I'm checking myself first before I check anybody else, to make sure that I'm under that perfect will and doing what's acceptable to God. That's all. So it ain't about judging. And to Dr. Fab, you mentioned President Obama. Oh, it was personal for him because his daughter has a girlfriend. She's going to marry a woman. So he did that to make sure his daughter would be able to marry who she wanted to marry.
Oh my goodness. See, I didn't even know that. Malia?
He's the oldest girl, yeah.
Malia.
She got a girlfriend. Yeah.
Cameron, come on. I want to hear from Cameron because he looked like he about to fall off the chair on this.
Please say something.
Well, I mean, yes, it's a lot going on. But yeah, I'll hold my tongue for right now. When I decide I'm gonna speak, I'll raise my hand.
All right.
Cameron, you don't
Thank
have
you,
to
Cameron, you got that
baby.
slow drag.
No, I got a lot to say, but I just kind of want to hear what y'all got to say first.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna push you out in the water, Cameron. You just hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Don't worry, Cameron. I'm here. I'll be out there for you, because I say a whole lot of stuff to get me in trouble, and I don't really give a damn.
Oh, distinguished brother. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm looking for Dr. Feelgood. I don't know where you at, Dr. Feelgood. He said he was gonna just
I'm here. I'm here under USL for you.
Oh, okay. So
Hello.
swoop in, Dr. Feelgood, because he told me he was gonna wing it tonight. So I want to see how well he wing it. Come on, wing man.
Well, they're dealing with the subjects tonight. I was looking at what things that I would not do, not necessarily what's not done by society. One of the things, and I don't know if you want to raise your hand, water sports. Does everybody know what water sports is?
Yeah, we love those. We love those. We love those.
No, I ain't talking about those. I'm talking about.
Yeah, we know what that is. Well, some of us do.
I
I'm
don't.
sorry, I do not know. Can you please clarify?
Yeah, I do not know
Okay,
what
let's
that
just put
what
it
is
this way.
water
We're
sport.
We
talking
ain't talking
about it
about
if
like,
you
you know, urinate on nobody. We ain't talking about that
No,
now.
R. Kelly
Yes,
thing.
we
No,
are.
we're not. I
yes,
don't
we
do
are.
that.
Yes, we are. That's exactly what it is. It's one
Well,
person.
it's a form of it. It's a form of it. Cause you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
thought it was
have
the
the
golden
individuals who like that type of stuff, and then you have the girls
yeah,
who's like actually able to do it. So it's a
Okay,
different
no,
yeah.
version.
no,
What's
no,
that?
no. I'm not pissing on nobody. I don't want nobody
Okay,
pissing
okay,
on me.
y'all.
Oh.
Okay, please, I gotta hear this because y'all educate me. Now,
Okay. The water,
wait,
Okay,
wait,
Wait,
I
golden
need
wait,
let
y'all.
showers
Dr.
is the
Feelgood
let me bring
continue,
it back. Let me
please.
bring it
listen,
all the way back.
listen,
Um, you all
listen.
mentioned
Go
water
look.
sports, and like, wait.
Yes.
Let me say this: water sports, and it's a time frame, age difference,
Yeah.
and like, Sandy had a different terminology for oral thing, and water sports is definitely a different terminology. And if we can keep it classy and not trashy. Now, remember, Dr. Fabulous is educated by day that paid my bills, and I got to keep this going because I want to be syndicated one day. But I want you all to keep it real classy and refrain from the trashiness. So let's keep it going, but explain to us about the water saga or the water sports or whatever it is in a classy manner. Okay, I'm ready.
It's not a classy act, so it's hard to describe in a classy manner. However, things like golden showers. I mean, you're urinating
Okay, that was
in the
better. That
apartment.
was better.
Mhm.
You enema play. People using enemas. They get sexual gratification from that. That's a part of water sports.
Did you say
Um,
animals?
Enema.
enema,
Enema.
enema.
Oh,
Enema.
enemas.
Enema.
Enemas. Oh,
Yes.
I thought
I
you
didn't
said
know that.
animals. I
Google
was
that.
going to say animals.
No,
Okay.
that's bestiality, which
Okay.
is which is another
No, we're
taboo,
not going there.
which is another
That's
taboo that I think that's
that's
universally accepted by 98% of Black people. Um, anyway, water sports. That's one of my personal taboos. Fisting is another. And
Mhm.
fisting is
Oh,
self-describe is self-explanatory. I shouldn't have to go through what fisting is.
Mhm.
Beg to
Dr.
differ.
Fabulous, you got to
Stop,
remember, you got
stop.
people
You
on
I'm
here
going
who
to
can't
just
go
go
through
tuck
pretend
my
that.
mouth.
innocence.
I'm going to
You
tuck
got
Okay.
my
people
mouth
that are
on that.
pretend innocent. So just keep going, bro. Just keep going.
Scat. Scat equals boo boo. People
oh
like to boo boo on each other. I'm not. That ain't.
yeah. Nah.
Yes.
Okay, so what's
People
the
like to.
actual question pertaining around this subject?
No,
Okay.
it's not a question.
My
I'm just
question.
saying.
He's just
I was.
listing a lot of
I would say
random
my personal
sexual
taboo. Yes, my personal taboos. That's like these are like no cross lines. Not going to happen. Society might accept it to a certain
Oh,
extent, but
listen.
Okay.
Wait, stop, right. Stop.
I'm
Like they say,
glad you
stop in the name of
clarified
love.
that.
You know what I thought? See,
I
that's
thought
how
you
come
wanted it.
I like how Bo Peep distinguished that you got two ears and one mouth, but we got to listen. So listen, I was listening so hard, Dr. Feelgood, that I thought you said these are the things that you like. Okay, these are the things you are not into. Okay, that's what it is. That was clarification on me. Cause when y'all, okay, I was all on another different planet. Thank you. I'm back now. I'm back.
I was with
I
you,
am
Dr. Fab.
definitely back.
no, I said these are my personal taboos. I guess I'm got to get the marbles out of my mouth because I'm not articulating I'm not getting my point all the way across to all the people. Um, like I said, this is, we all have different tastes, and there's some things that are widely accepted. There's some things that are less accepted. But I'm just saying, it's each individual because what I consider taboo, my 1911 brother Douglas might say, "Oh, that's cool." He might like the fist people. I don't know. But I'm just saying it's a personal thing that you should discuss with your partners or partner. there's also another taboo is what's called bug catching.
Okay, I want to say this. You want to say this a taboo? I want to say this to you guys. I'm gonna just communication is key. What's taboo for you may not be taboo for the next person.
Right. That's
So I
exactly
really, what I
You
want to say
did
is
that.
this, is that it's really, I love the transparency. I love the honesty. I love the whole open form of communication. Is that to link with people that align to your core foundation of what you believe. Because when you try to force what you think is taboo on someone else that may not think it's taboo, you're going to run into problems. So, my thing is if you're open to, you know, ladies, you're heterosexual, if you're open to, putting a strap on or whatever you are to do your man, then if you're open to, you need to align yourself into that group of people. But if you're not open to that, if you that's not your thing, then you need to align yourself with women that is not aligned to that. To find your group, your lane, and is to me the more people are honest about where they are, where they stand, and stuff like that, we should be able to pick which alignment we are in line with. Because we can't change them.
He just stated that these are my taboos. What's taboo for me may not be taboo for other people. And he said you have to have a conversation with your partner or partners.
So
Everything
the
basically just
conversation, let me
stated,
say something.
he
You
stated,
have to,
or
yes,
you
I
interrupted
totally
him.
agree with him. That I did not disagree with him. That's my thing.
So why didn't you just let him finish?
But the
Let him
conversation.
finish. He wasn't finished. Bruh, go ahead.
Nah, she got it. Thanks, 1911. I thought I was speaking a foreign language. Go ahead, Sandy.
But all I could say is that the conversation, and although it's so transparent, we can all converse in this form right now. But when we try to converse with a person of interest in our private life, it may not be as easy because not everybody's that forthcoming.
Right.
And so
I
that may
I,
be,
I agree.
yeah, so that may be the obstacle. So Douglas, so yes, it may be logical, like you just had the conversation with the person of interest, they should be able to tell you. But however, not everybody knows how to communicate because I understand. I meet men that do not know how to converse, communicate whatsoever. And I don't understand. Like I'm a communicating person, but they're not always on that level. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So now you
But
have
that's Go ahead, Sandy. I'm sorry for interrupting.
no, you good. I'm just, like I appreciate this forum. I don't get a chance to connect with people that are just transparent about their thoughts and their questions and think, on an everyday basis. So I'm really soaping this experience up.
Okay. Thank you for that candid output. My point, and like I said, I'm glad Douglas knew what I was talking about. I thought I was speaking a foreign language for a second. Like I said, it's not it. The idea is, yes, you're right. Some people don't know how to communicate, but the thing is that the art of getting people to understand you is up to you. Sometimes you think you're speaking straight, like I thought I was speaking straight, but obviously I was speaking to some people confusing, and I might have been introducing too many new terms to people that aren't familiar with what those terms mean. So I apologize for that. Saying that, um, taboos are in the eye of the beholder. I was giving you my personal ones to give everybody an understanding on what is a hard no for me. what is a hard no for me. And some of them are way out there, some of them are less so. But the idea is that you have to talk to whoever you're with, because what I realize is if you don't talk to people and you don't articulate clearly, that's the issue, Sandy. People don't articulate clearly and convincingly that no, I do not want to stand on your back while you pull a chain and jack your genitals. No, I find it weird that you want to sit in oatmeal and then have me eat it.
Hey,
No,
well,
I don't
Doctor
want to put yogurt on my
Feelgood,
toes.
Doctor.
No,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just.
No. I'm just saying that you have two hands up. You got Andreen, you got Lil Bo Peep, and I think they want to get with you in that conversation. So maybe that's
Okay,
your
go
time
ahead.
to.
Um, I think with regards to, like I said, that's why there's some level of naivete there. And when you're coming with concepts and terminology, I think this would have been a show for like the pre vocabulary, maybe. Um, the pre vocabulary information. Like here are some examples, because I personally feel, and I it's just me. I'm not in general taboo things like that describe in the words used. I have no clue what that is. I'm like, oh
Exactly.
Lord.
I didn't
So
know either.
when you get into an area like that, that's why I'm saying, that's why even with the students, I'm always learning, because they hit me with stuff that I don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, I'm 10 years old and talking about your pants. So at the end of the day, there's like a level of awareness and knowledge that some people do not have. And this is why you do have to communicate with your partner, because you need to get to know who they are so you can, because at the end of the day, regardless of what, whenever you get into that discussion or whatever specific acts, that's when you're going to break down to the knowledge of, okay, these are my taboo deal breakers. And we might be getting along and vibing and be like, okay, this is good. I really like him or her or whatever. But then to me, if you hit me with some of these taboo things and I'm learning and I'm like, okay, well, that's what you like, maybe we're not so much vibing. So it doesn't mean we're not vibing, but maybe we're just not going to be vibing on that sexual level or in the sense of that. So I just feel like that's why I already knew when I saw the topic, I was like, okay, I'll be learning information today, because I don't think that someone of my personal experience is that knowledgeable. Not to say that you will have some younger people than me that will know clearly and exactly everything you're speaking of. So I feel like there's a comfort level and an information level that can make these types of topics challenging for everyone to speak to taboo, because you don't know what you don't know. And that's sometimes the most difficult part.
Yes,
Right.
I got you. Thank you, Andreen. Bo Pete, your turn.
Jada. And Dream, I be liking your answer. You so chill. You be chilling with your answer. Like, I respect the transparency, like you don't know. But in this, we got a chat going on, and somebody said something about me, and I didn't know I was in the chat. And I think they misheard what I said when I was talking trash to Cassandra. Is that
Sandy.
Sandy? When I was talking trash to Sandy, somebody said I'm gay. I said I'll take her from her man. I ain't say I'll take her man. And then I followed it up to say, I'm just playing. If you got a husband or an old man and you see me in the street, I have security. So you might want to clean your ears out, because ain't nothing gay about me. So ain't nothing gay about me. Don't leave your girl around me. I'll take, you know what I'm saying? That's who I am. But don't try me just because I was in, and then you come in the chat and make that comment about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get down like that. I love me a woman. Don't let this church or
They
don't.
didn't hear you. They didn't hear you. They didn't hear you, Bo
He
Peep.
hear me now though. I won't hear me loud and clear. They hear me now, because I don't stutter.
Go chill out.
Okay, let me tell you something.
What did you say, Sandy?
I
What
didn't
did you
see that
just say,
comment.
Sandy?
Hold on, I'll make sure my mic is on. So I didn't see that comment. Let me tell you something about my man. That would never happen. But
I said it was a joke. That's what I said. I laughed. I
Okay.
said when I was talking trash, I don't want you. I got my own want. I was talking trash. Like that's who I am. That's what I do. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yo man, ain't nobody worried about
And
you.
you know what? When I said, look, I'm speaking in future references because I don't have a man yet, but I like God has told me I'm making him ready for you. So I received that, and he's making me ready for him as well. So
My comment wasn't to you. It was to the person that made the comment on the chat. Like that didn't know I was in the chat that made the comment. So that's who I'm talking to. Now I'm off of it. So my hand is down.
Kind of like
Dr. Fab, I think we need a love connection. Go ahead.
The women tonight are not listening.
Next topic.
I don't know what y'all doing. Maybe y'all need to get on camera.
They got to turn them hearing aids up. That's what it is.
Before they get me turned up.
Y'all, it's just, I don't know. What y'all
You
doing?
know what, Douglas? It's all good. So bringing it all back to the love and the joy of upscale love for you. Everyone is, how to say, on fire tonight. This has been a conversation, and I want to tell my girl Special K. Last night we celebrated her birthday. Had a great time. She had to work tonight, but I told her, girl, you are definitely missing it. And Papa Doc, he said he was extremely busy and couldn't get on. I told him, whatever you do, I need you to go to YouTube and watch this segment tonight because it was hot, it was on fire, and we need to pass the collection tray. So, with that being said, I'm going to come through because I didn't get a chance to speak to everybody. But Bridget, girl, I've been loving you. I've been following you on Facebook, and I'm seeing them little date nights, girl. I'm so proud of you. You hear me, Bridget? Bridget?
She's not listening.
Okay, well, Bridget got me on hold. But Bridget been doing her little date night and putting it up on Facebook. I'm like this, you all. I love to see love just grow and blossom. And it's just a beautiful thing. And if you put it up on social media, it's for everybody to see. That's how come I say when people put their pictures up and then people comment on them, they get upset. Well, you put it up for social media. And I just think that social media is here to stay, whether you put it on Facebook, Instagram. I haven't got down with TikTok yet, but I'm sure between Lil Bo Peep and Media Diva, y'all, they gonna put me on some TikTok. I'm getting ready to rise, as they say, what they call the dirty birds in Atlanta, rise up or whatever they call them. But I'm getting ready to rise up with this TikTok stuff, you all. So social media is here to stay. It's not going nowhere.
Oil, and I go in and massage that with my fingertips. Try not to use your fingernail because you don't want to scratch up your scalp. You can also use a massager.
Who getting a massage?
And then I go moisturize just to moisturize my.
Who? Somebody getting a
Somebody
massage.
needs to mute.
I think somebody done told me that they were at work, but I just heard them getting a massage. So, you know, I'm going on back and get into that a little bit later. iPhone 10, welcome, welcome. C Young, welcome, welcome. Shaka, welcome, welcome. Ryan, you're always welcome. Sandy, to everyone, thank you so much for coming on. Social Media Diva, I want to thank you. Child Social Media Diva even had my cousins from the 305 on here earlier in the show. I was shocked. Do the doggone thing. And everyone, I thank you so much for participating. Cameron, I like that smooth talk. You know, you're a little smooth with how you handle it. when I get ready to say something, I'm gonna raise my hand. See, I
Oh
got you
wow.
down pack already. So, nevertheless,
Hello.
each and every one of you, distinguished brother, Dr. Feelgood, I'm gonna let you all say your piece. And guess what, y'all? It's Veterans Day. Congratulations to all our veterans. And I'm off tomorrow, y'all. I can stay up late. I'm going to get on here, get on all the social profiles tonight. But I'm going to stay up a little late tonight because I'm going to sleep in late tomorrow. So go ahead, Dr. Distinguished Brother. And then Dr. Feelgood, Lady T, and to Lil Bo Peep, and where's Nasty J? I don't know where Nasty J is, but I know he was on here. So go ahead, distinguished brother.
Just wanted to say thanks for the conversation this evening. I know things got a little hot, things went a little left for a while, but it's conversations like this that make this platform what it is today. And I just want everybody to have a wonderful evening, find that special someone, take them out back and do all the things that you've thought about doing and have a good time this evening.
All right. Well, ooh,
Passing
out
that on.
back. Wait. I got to stop you right there, distinguished brother. You said out back, like in the nature, in the fields, in the cornfield. Where's out back?
Well, it all depends. Like for me, it could be the back porch, it could be the backyard. There's a little she shed out there. It could be anywhere outside, just to make it a little
Okay. Oh,
different,
you
make it a
just
little
like
interesting.
nature. Okay.
Oh
See,
yeah.
you know what? I guess because I'm from the city, I can't get down with that outside stuff. Because in
Bring me some
Hinesville, listen, Hinesville, they got big old nets. And I guarantee you, if you take it outside on the back porch, in the backyard, you'll never do that again with the gnats and mosquitoes that they have here. So I was just
That
trying to
that's but
figure you out.
but Dr. Fabulous, that's why they make screened porches, that's why they make tents. That's why,
Oh,
worst case scenario, you get a couple of sheets off the closet, throw it up over there, hang it up, and then you all fenced in. You got to
okay.
think
Well,
about it. You got to
it
be a
was,
little
baby,
creative
Dr.
with it.
you
She,
are definitely creative, but
creative.
I just don't like outdoors. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you 10 on that because I don't like outdoors. But
Okay.
okay,
The
oh,
biting yellow flies in Fort Stewart, or
listen, he don't know until he come down here and let one of them gnats bite you down there in Midway. Oh shoot, you won't never go outside.
Remember now,
You
I'm
know,
in the South. I'm in Georgia, so I understand all about that. That's why you have to come up with creative ways to get things done.
okay, well, get you some off also. Don't let it go without the off. All right. Dr. Feel Good, then to Lady T, then Media Diva. I'm gonna let you say something tonight. You never say anything, but I appreciate Media Diva, y'all. Come on, Dr. Feel Good.
Back again, ladies and gents. It's the man with the golden voice, ladies' choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, coming to you live from the 571, where I get things done and I'm having fun. I'm just going to be short and sweet and say, never make love by the Golden Gate, though love is blind, the neighbor's aid.
All right. Well, okay. So we got distinguished brother in the backyard. You by the Golden Gate. Okay, Lady T, where you at?
Taking it live from the 305. I'm gonna hang out at the beach. I'll let that sand rub on me.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, seriously, guys. Thank you for coming on. And we never get the panelists a chance to close out. So is there anyone who would like to say something? Anyone?
Lil Bo
Little
P
Bo,
got his ring up. Go on, Lil Bo P.
yes,
go ahead, Little Bo.
Or Douglas. Dr. Fab called my name. Hold on, now can't skip me. I just want to say thank you, Dr. Fab and the panel for having me on tonight. I will return next week. Hey, God is amazing. Keep living, keep laughing, keep loving. It's your boy. Follow my smoke and follow my praise.
All right. Follow my smoke and follow my prayer. Well, you better go on now. That's
Amen.
it. Go on now. Follow my smoke. I like that. Follow
Look,
my
drop the
smoke.
mic. drop the mic. Go ahead,
Okay.
Douglas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anybody want my Cash App? The Cash App me a little something for Veterans Day. And then
You know
the second part
what?
is, our Make Sci Fi Fraternity Incorporated's founder day is November 17th. This month is take a Q out to lunch or dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna send you some coupons. I'm gonna send you some coupons. The double deal.
Woman would like to participate in one of these but nothing. I'm good. Okay.
Oh, okay, Douglas. We got you. To all the veterans, they are giving away free meals tomorrow at IHOP. So go on down there and get you some pancakes. Okay.
Yeah, I
IHOP
gotta
is
get my from the breakfast on to dinner.
correct.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, because Fort Stewart is a military town and they got all kind of little signs up. I was trying to find my military ID, and they say you got to be retired or active military to get these free meals. So veterans, go there, enjoy, and have a wonderful day. Zoom user, you keep coming on. Come on, Zoom user. Hey, Nikki Johnson.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. You didn't say much tonight, but I know you was listening, Nikki. I know you was listening. Is Zoom user gonna talk to us tonight? Okay, well, I guess not. So, social media diva, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming on. And thank you for the podcast. That's it.
Well, that's short and sweet. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to
I'll say something. I'll say something. I'll say something. Great show. Great topic. It was very interesting conversation. I learned a lot about the taboos. I learned a lot from Dr. Feel Good, so thanks for the education 101 tonight.
Yes, he is a plethora of
Can you hear me?
knowledge, honey. Yes, I got to give it to Dr. Feelgood because he'll bring some stuff out and you like, what is that? And you know what? I don't want you all to think that myself and Lady T, we're from another planet, but it's just certain things we don't know about. And
I'm
when
like
Dr.
Andrea.
Yeah. And when Dr. Feelgood bring it out and put it out there, we listening because we learning. We learn a whole lot on this podcast here. So with that being said, it is now 9:57 in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. And I'm going to tell each and every one of you, don't let this be your last time to come and conversate with Upscale Love for You, because we are here for you. And without further ado, I'm going to tell you all smooches and good night.